FAU Owl Sanctuary, presented by Janae Jose, Jordan Tiveras, Avery Utsech, Nicole Rodriguez, and Taylor Socolo. Introduction description. The FAU Owl Sanctuary is a donation-funded enclosed sanctuary caring for a variety of disabled, habituated, and non-releasable owls on campus. This is for the purpose of providing extensive care to our feathered friends, advocating for our school mascot, serving as a volunteering outlet targeted but not limited to at-risk students, zoology, avian ecology majors, and students looking for a unique elective option. We're launching an enhanced version of our original 1971 FAU Sanctuary campaign by fostering a more hands-on approach, promoting community engagement, and rehabilitating domesticated and potentially endangered wildlife that otherwise would not have survived in the wilderness. Issue description. Owls native to the U.S. or the northern hemisphere, such as burrowing owls, northern spotted owl, and Cactus virginius pygmy owls, are threatened by habitat loss, fragmentation, and lack of protection. FAU has also been recognized as entities who have relocated owls due to dormitory construction back in 2024 ourselves. So the commonality between these owls and FAU is that we are both in need of redemption. Feathers Are Us, which acronyms are also FAU, Sanctuary, would slowly combat this endangerment, shed light on our conservation, and realign the progressiveness and values Florida Atlantic University embodies, hence offsetting previous backlash. We need our mascots, and our mascots need us. These are some of the owl statistical logistics and sanctuary facts. Owl statistics, northern spotted owl population are rapidly declining due to competition with invasive species and habitat loss. Without intervention from programs and institutions such as ours, the northern spotted owls will likely go extinct in all or the majority of their range. Speckled owls are not considered endangered, but their habitat is shrinking due to deforestation and logging. So currently there are 227 species of typical owls, 24 species which are vulnerable, 13 endangered, and 3 critically endangered. Sanctuary facts are National Geographic, according to National Geographic, an animal sanctuary takes in and cares for any animal that has been abused, neglected, or abandoned for life and has no chance of being released back into the wild. Sanctuaries do not capture animals from the wild, but instead acquire them when they can no longer survive in the wild on their own or be reintegrated back into their natural habitat. Sanctuaries rescue animals, whereas zoos do nothing but exploit the animals for profit. The benefit of supporting these sanctuaries instead of zoos is that animals have limited human interaction, and there is a possibility of animals being re-released if applicable, if they are able. Our argument: the Abu Dhabi Society designated the campus as a burrowing owl sanctuary back in 1971. The burrowing owls are classified as threatened in Florida, making FAU Sanctuary even more vital for their conservancy. The Boca Raton FAU campus is home to one of the largest populations of burrowing owls in the region. The owl's existence and conservation uh, campaign champion a sense of community, honor, and duty for the natural environment. The sanctuary could be used for educational purposes, cultivating a resource for students and the community to learn about burrowing owl ecology and conservation. Preserving owl populations plays a crucial role in keeping the grassland ecosystem in balance, and this would also help reinforce FAU's identity and realigning its values. FAU is also a sanctuary steward and have been faced with criticism for relocating owls for dorm construction. Evicting the mascot species is counterintuitive to FAU's brand and reputation. Burrowing owls adapt well to human altered landscapes when given protective spaces. Strategic planning, such as artificial burrows and multi-story development, could allow growth while preserving habitats as well. The sanctuary's preservation aligns with FAU's stated sustainability goals and could serve as a national model for urban wildlife coexistence, providing the university addresses current tensions through provided the university addresses current tensions through transparent collaboration, which is important. Preservation could cement FAU as a leader of urban ecology, which would also propel us to other opportunities in the future. Proposed solution: the Abudan Center of Birds of Prey. This is what they did versus what we will do differently. So what they did is establish a permanent sanctuary for injured and non-releasable birds of prey, whereas we will focus on owls, providing them safe and closed sanctuaries, those of which cannot be reintroduced to the wild. They partner with universities and conservation groups to support research and student involvement. We will offer volunteer opportunities for FAU students, and particularly those in the zoology and environmental studies programs, who are already a vessel of knowledge in that regard. They will create educational programs to raise awareness about raptor conservation, whereas we will implement educational outreach to engage the FAU community and promote conservation efforts. This is also what we will do differently in the implementation process. We will focus exclusively on owls, aligning with FAU identity and our mascot. We will integrate mental health benefits, allowing students to interact with rehabilitated owls as a form of therapy. Strengthen FAU's public image by committing to ethical wildlife and wildlife care and conservation. This is why it's important to Florida Atlantic University. The cultural and institutional significance would be the burrowing owls are our beloved mascot. They symbolize the university's identity and pride, and preserving their habitat will enforce the university's commitment to its traditions and to the community's connection with these birds. Endangered species protection. Burrowing owls are considered a species of concern in Florida. An owl sanctuary on campus would provide a safe space for them, helping protect this vulnerable species from the threat of habitat destruction. Conservation of local wildlife. FAU's preserve and its efforts to protect local species like the burrowing owl and gopher tortoises demonstrate the university's role as a steward of local wildlife. A dedicated sanctuary would further this commitment to biodiversity conservation. Educational opportunities. A sanctuary would provide valuable educational opportunities for students, faculty, and visitors to learn about the local wildlife conservation, animal behavior, and environmental stewardship. Ethical consideration and development. The ongoing construction projects at FAU have led to the displacement of the owls, the burrowing owls to be specific, raising ethical concerns about the balance between development and environmental preservation. A sanctuary could serve as a solution that accommodates both growth and wildlife conservation. Tourism and community engagement. The owl's presence can attract visitors, nature enthusiasts, and contribute to FAU's reputation as a forward-thinking, environmentally conscious institution. While the owl sanctuary matters, the environmental responsibilities as a major educational institution, FAU has a responsibility to model the environmental stewardship. Creating a sanctuary would demonstrate the university's commitment to sustainable practices and conservation efforts. Community and university image. As an institution tied to its mascot, the burrowing owl, protecting these creatures would strengthen FAU's image as a compassionate and environmentally conscious university, building positive public perception. Education and awareness. By creating a sanctuary, FAU would provide students and the public with hands-on opportunities to learn about conservation, animal protection, and environmental sustainability. Important lessons for future this is an important lesson for future leaders. Promoting campus sustainability. An owl sanctuary could complement other sustainability initiatives on campus, making FAU a model for integrating environmental conservation into campus and university planning. Legal and regulatory compliance. Protecting burrowing owls may align with the state and federal laws aimed at preserving endangered species, helping FAU avoid legal issues related to wildlife protection, which is also important if FAU is to financially contribute to the program in any regard. Long-term conservation impact. Establishing a sanctuary would contribute to the long-term conservation of burrowing owls in Florida, particularly as their habitats face increasing pressure from urban development. This helps preserve not only a species, but also the broader ecosystem. These are some of the challenges to consider, which are going to keep us in check. So wildlife and animal care challenges. So permits and regulations would be important to uphold. So the owls are protected, are a protected species in many areas. Will need special permits to follow the strict wildlife protection laws. Veterinary care and diet and housing also work hand in hand. Owls require specialized medical care as well as their diets. They're not like typical animals. They need large naturalistic enclosures. So which also and their diet also consists of live and raw prey. So that will also have to be taken into consideration. Campus and logistical challenges. The space and location will be important. Finding a quiet and safe area that won't disrupt classes or dorms. The noise of human traffic. Owls are sensitive to noise and stress, so balancing student access to the owls well-being would be tricky. Funding and maintenance. Building and maintaining a sanctuary is costly. Funding, staffing, and long-term sustainability would need a lot of planning. Emotional support consideration. The animal welfare comes first, and owls are not naturally affectionate towards or social towards humans, and the safety of the students will also be important. The owls are wild animals. They have sharp talons and beaks, so any interaction with these animals have to be heavily supervised. We would also have to research further the therapeutic value or partner with mental health professionals to ensure the actual benefit for the students. The conclusion. This project aims to create more than just a sanctuary. It's a powerful step toward redemption, responsibility, and reconnection. By creating a safe haven for threatened and non-releasable owls, we honor FAU's legacy, restore faith in our commitment to sustainability, and empower students with meaningful hands-on opportunities. This initiative not only protects our beloved mascot, but also reinforces the values our university stands for: compassion, innovation, and environmental stewardship. Now is the time to give back to the species that has long symbolized our identity. We needed our mascot, now our mascot needs us. Thank you. Go Owls!